That's my hand, but I'll do it because I want you to see it done. The first thing that I want you to understand is the person shouldn't be like this. You see that? What happens?
This is
What's happening here?
Not
Right.
straight.
The best position for you to be in is directly across from your patient. All right, so this is what you want the patient to be, just like this. For the cock-up splint, you want the fingers to be comfortably apart. The fingers aren't the important part, right? Because the fingers aren't being covered.
No, so it's really.
Somebody have a pen that I could borrow for a second? This is what I do. You can't see that from this side of the hands. So I look here, and I mark here. How come it's not writing on my skin? No, I don't need that. I mark it there, and I mark it there. You see that? Now I know exactly where it is. Much simpler.
So you mark the creases. The
Right.
and the
When you
beak.
take your when you take your pencil, you go straight down. Don't go in like this. Don't go out like that. Straight up and down. Again, the fingers aren't the important part. You could just do this. Fingers not important. This is my whole arm. What's 2/3 up? Yeah. Mark it while you're there. Okay? So you have this marked. Sorry, I didn't mark this. So now you have these marked here. You're going to mark it there, and you're going to mark it there. Okay? You already know where, huh?
Sorry, your fingers are neither joined and nor like it's like.
This part's not going to be important for this.
Move your fingers.
Right. And you're going to mark the, right. Okay.
So 6, that's it.
So now what you're going to do is you're going to come out at least an inch. If you have a very chubby arm, if your patient has a very chubby arm, you might want to go further. If they have a very thin arm, you can go a little less. Look at the height, because the splint should be coming up to here. The sides, about halfway up. So come out like this. What you're doing here, this piece, you understand, can you give me another, oh, there it is right there. So this piece, you understand what's happening with this piece, right? It's wrapping around to the other side. So you want to make it long enough so that it can wrap around. It has to end, this is where it's going to end. Since we do a little roll back, like we talk about, I bring it up a little higher. I go right across, usually till about the thumb. Now, if you can imagine through this where my thenar eminence is, you can kind of visualize it, right? Like that. Takes a little bit of finesse. There. Everybody get that?
Yeah.
We're going to roll that back too, so you know. And there's my pattern right there. You're going to cut that out. Okay? So now let's show this one.